Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm here at Red Hill Toyota and Sam is providing me with the all new 2025 Toyota Crown Signia, the second model of the Toyota Crown that is here in the North America for selling and driving in these Canadian roads. The first Crown was obviously the one that looks like a crossover and looks like a jacked up hatchback, but finally we have that looks like a actual V, but a wagon, but it's just a little bigger. But let's come to this car. This is the real deal, the actual Crown, because that looks like a fake one. This looks like the actual Crown. So let's talk about a bit of the Toyota Crown and a bit about Toyota. So the Toyota Crown. The Toyota Crown was always a flagship sedan from Toyota because it was first released at 1955 at the early days of Toyota vehicles, because they started their company in 1933. So in 1955 they released the first generation of the Crown, but it was only a domestic model. But from 2023 they released the Crown as an international model. So now Crown has four different models: a SUV, that's the one that looks like the Purosangue, the hatchback, the sedan, and the kind of wagonish raise up one. It's a bit complicated, but the photos are gonna make justice for it. So let's show you the exterior of the Crown Signia first. The Crown Signia. The Crown Signia looks like a SUV, but it isn't. It's like a wagon, but it's lift up. So it's like a fast wagon, if that makes sense. But let's start by showing you guys the key first. The key is actually nice. You have the lock, unlock, trunk opening, Toyota and panic button, and you have Toyota Crown written at the back. Let's start with the car's front and then go to the car's side. If you can see, the front looks really nice because the new design of Toyota vehicles is what business is. And then if I come outside, you can see the Toyota's design language is kind of different from everybody. The daytime running lights and the hazards are on the top. Then you have the headlight projector set up here. So it kind of looks like an electric car, but it isn't. You have the openings here. You have the openings here for ventilating the engine. You have the number plate that says Red Hill to Red Hill. So it tells you that it's from Red Hill Toyota, custom plate. You have some openings here as well, and you have gloss black treatment and this exterior blue color that looks nice. You have the Toyota logo on the top. You can see how the hood has openings and it looks aggressive. Being absolutely honest, the designer did a fine job, but it is a bit controversial considering this is one of the most best-selling cars that's going to be in the Canadian market. Let me show you the safety systems, or talk about the safety systems. It has lane keep assist, automatic braking assist, rain sensing, and everything is controlled by that camera. There's powertrain, and show you how much horsepower this car is actually producing. So now I'm going to open the hood from the driver's side so I can show you the car's engine. So there is a button located here that if I just pull, there I can open the car's hood, and after I open the car's hood I can show you the car's powertrain and talk about it. So let's get this hood open first. So there's a button here, and then the hydraulic struts are going to do the rest of the job, but as if we get this down first and put this there. Now let's come to the engine. Toyota's engine, their first goal is to make the engine as much fuel efficient as possible and the most reliable engine that's ever been produced. This is the all new engine for the Crown Signia and the normal Toyota Crown. Both of them gets this 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine with a mild hybrid system. What is the mild hybrid system? It increases the car's range, it increases the fuel economy, and it is a very easier way to handle a CVT transmission with a 4-wheel drive car. If you come closer, you have the Toyota badge here. You have the car's dipstick where you can look at the car's engine oil level. This is where you pour the engine oil, and overall just look at the engine and look how organized it is. This is the intake, as you can see here. This is all your hybrid motor and the car's fuse box. And it overall looks very organized. You have the insulation on the top so it doesn't damage the car's hood and the paint, but it's overall nice. With this engine, you have a CVT transmission and all of the power are going to the 4 of the wheels. The normal Crown and the Signia both get the same powertrain, but it's completely different chassis and completely different vehicle. And probably this is the first ever Crown for the international market that I like. This car is producing 240 horsepower, 178 pound-feet of torque. That's pretty good power for a Toyota vehicle that's mostly focused on fuel economy. Now let's get the hood down. So let's just get this out of here first, and then let's put this back, and then I can get the hood closer, and then I can just push it in. Overall, the front of the car is nice. Now let's look at the car's side profile. Before we get into the car's side profile, I want to thank Red Hill Toyota again, and thanks to Sam for arranging this car for me like he always does. So now let's come to the car's side. Let's come to the car's wheels. This is the highest trim for the Crown Signia. That's why you have the biggest and nicest looking wheels that I've ever seen Toyota make. These wheels actually suit the car because with this exterior color and the black accent with all of the painted stuff for the sides and the other panels, it actually looks really nice. With this 4-piston brakes, you have strut suspension with coil springs that is adaptively controlled by the car's computer system. But if you get up from there, and before I go back, you have the side reflector here because you don't have a big headlight, so it's on the fender or the front bumper. The exterior mirror is on the car's door instead of the A-pillar, so aerodynamics can be much more better. You have the vortex generator here. You have black and chrome treatments together, and you have shiny silver roof rails, and you have actually used this roof rails because it has an adapter on top of it. If you come back, the rear wheels are same as the front, but the brakes are smaller with the multi-link suspension with coil springs. But overall, the car's entire suspension can be controllable from the car's computer system. Everything is good, but let's see if Toyota did the developed thing like they always do. Nope, you still have to open it from the inside. So there is a button located somewhere right there, and then I can just come back and then I can open this, and you can fill up your fuel tank, and as it's a Toyota hybrid, it should be really fuel efficient. Let's close the fuel tank from here, and now I can show you the car's back. But if you look at the car from a side angle, you can see the car's body lines and how nicely Toyota designed this car from the side to the front to the back. The new designer of Toyota is actually doing a change for once. I know a lot of people have their complaints about cars looking same and stuff, but at least it's better than boring Toyota cars. Now they're getting fun to drive, they're getting nicer, so it's kind of better to just have a Prius that goes fuel economy instead of a car that looks nice and have good performance and the fuel economy. So now let me show you the car's rear. Now we are at the rear of the car, and the rear actually looks better than the front because this actually doesn't look like a Toyota car in a good way. Because you look at the tail lights, it starts from one side and all the way goes to the other side. And look at the top, and let's start from the top and go to the bottom. You have the upper stop brake light here, and you can see the extended spoiler. You have the rear windshield wiper placed here. It has a nice sharp angle for being like a functional spoiler or something. You have the Crown written with the Toyota logo. That's a bit tiny, but it actually looks nice. You have the number plate slot here. It says HEV all-wheel drive. On this side, it says limited on this side. You have your reflectors here, and then you can see there's another light placement there. You can see what that light is when I go inside and I turn the car on. So the car obviously does get keyless entry. If I get inside the car, foot on the brake, pressing the start button, there the car turns on. This is with the car's full lights, this is with the car's hazard, and this is with the car on reverse. I'm going to put it back to park, and I'm going to come outside for showing you guys the rear. Overall, the rear is nice. You can see the lights turn from here and all the way go to the other side. And you obviously have the red hazards because this is a American and North America production vehicle. So that's what has to be the same, because no American cars have yellow hazards, but some Canadians do. But overall, it's nice. For opening the boot, there is a button located here. And if I press this button, the boot's going to powerly open. You can see this car has the winter or the weather floor mats as optional extra. That's why it says Toyota Crown right here. It looks nice. You have decent storage. You can fold down the seats by the button on either side. It's nice overall. If you look on the top, you can manually close it. You have the subwoofer of the car here from JBL. This is for the button for closing the boot. This is for closing the boot and locking the car. And if you just kick it from the bottom, it also opens. So that's nice. Now let's get inside of the Crown Signia. But before that, you can see the side reflectors do illuminate all the time. So let's get inside and show you the rear. For the rear, knee room's enough, headroom's good enough. After having this panoramic sunroof that's massive, you have seat pockets behind the front seats. You have the AC vent located here with two USB-C types. You have a beautiful brown interior with ISOFIX anchor points for the child seat. And then if you get the center armrest down, you have your two cup holders and you can easily relax in this car. And the rear seats are actually heated. Overall, it's a good touch everywhere. You can see this car has JBL speakers, so you have JBL tweeters on the doors and big massive speakers, and overall looks really nice. You can fold down the seats. It's a 60-40 distribution, but before that there's light placement here, and for folding it down you can just get it down from here and then get it up from there. Pretty nice. For the panoramic roof, I could just press this button for opening it, and then you can see that massive panoramic roof. That's one thing that Toyota has that Honda doesn't. They have panoramic sunroofs on every vehicle. Now let's get inside the car's front. But before that, let's exit from the door. So you have the tweeter, then you have the bronze door handle, you have the heated seats, window control, you have the grab handle, bottle holder, and the speaker. Now let's get inside the car's front seats. So now we are at the front. You can see the dash is very nice and all of the different crowns look like the same, but the seats are fully in brown. It is heated and ventilated and it is pretty comfortable to sit inside. And then after that, if you come to the dash, you have the bronze treatments starting from there all the way going there, turning it into the AC vent. You have more leather here. If you go up, you have your SRS airbag, your tweeters, and your other speakers. And then you have a lockable glove box located here. It's pretty nice. And then if you come to the center console area, you have your bottle holders, you have two USB-C types, and then you have some controls here: traction control, parking brake, EV brake hold, drive modes, and your gear knob. And then you have a wireless charger here for putting your phone, and you have your climate control and ventilated and heated seats buttons here, AC vents, and your hazard light. And what's nice is the bronze treatment continue everywhere. Now let me show you the car's infotainment system. Foot on the brake, pressing the start button that's located here. That's going to turn on the 12.3-inch infotainment system and the 12.3-inch full digital instrument cluster. It does a very nice animation from Toyota, and this car has the subscription plan, so it has the navigation from Toyota, so that's why I'm not connecting my Apple CarPlay. So you can see the map is pretty easy to use. It's overall pretty nice. You can easily configure it, and it's all built in. And then you have your Bluetooth, you have your audio, you have your settings all here. If you go to vehicle settings, you can control a lot of stuff. And then if you go to settings, you can make your own profile, and then you can go to a lot of different stuff for controlling the exterior, the interior, and the car's physical technology and safety systems. So I'm not going to go into the infotainment because it's a typical Toyota infotainment. If you go up, you have your digital rear view mirror. That's what I care about, and that's what I really need right now. But after that, you can see the vanity mirrors are pretty nice as well. It has a mirror and a light. The steering is the same as all Toyota vehicles now. The Camry, the Crown, everything is the steering wheel. These are the controls for the cruise control. These are the controls for that screen. And it is tilt and telescopic, but it is manually adjustable. As you can see there. Over this side is your hazards and high beam. And over this side is your windshield wiper controls. Overall, pretty nice. Let's come to the car's instrument cluster, but before that, if you change the driving modes, it actually does a nice animation on the screen, but it actually shows you which animation you're going. Custom, sports, normal, eco. And then when you go on reverse, you can see the car's reverse camera right there. Now let me show you the car's instrument cluster. Foot on the brake, pressing the start button, and then the instrument cluster turns on. It's fully digital. It's like all of the different screens the Crown gets, the Camry gets, or the Venza gets, and it's overall configurable by this button. So if you want to configure the screen, you hold on to settings, and then you can go to this one. You can go to blank, fuel economy, eco score, EV radio, your navigation, audio, and blank again. So I'm going to leave it for the fuel economy. For this side, you can leave it a blank, driving support, navigation, settings, and your warnings. I'm going to leave it for driving support. Over this side, you could do the same thing for the other side that you did. Your driving support, driver's info, trip A, your energy monitor, your tire pressure monitor, or just blank. So I'm going to leave it with the driver's info for the meantime. And I'm going to save it for that. And overall, you can see how everything comes together. But when you put it on other driving modes, so this is normal, this is eco, this is sports, this is comfort. So I'm going to leave it on sports for the meantime. And it overall looks really, really good. Now I'm going to show you the car's door. First of all, you have your AC vent with the bronze treatment, your auto headlights, your headlight washer control, your heated windshield. This is for the brightness of the instrument cluster. This is for opening the boot and opening the fuel tank. You have the button for opening the hood here, dead pedal, brake pedal, gas pedal, and then the seat controls are right here. That's nice. And then you have the floor mats, that's the Toyota Crown. You have the side sill that illuminates Toyota Crown. And now let's come to the door. You have leather all around. You have memory seats for opening the car's door. You have the window openers here. You have the exterior mirror controls here with the bottle holder with decent amount of room. And that's going to be pretty much it. So if you liked this review, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks to Sam for providing this car to me so I could do a full in-depth review, and thanks to Red Hill Toyota. Overall, what do I think about this car? It's a 50-50. If you want a car that's a wagon but a little lift up and looks a bit more nicer, this is your car. But if it's something else, it depends on you. Until then, I'll see you next time. Peace.